Life teems on our planet, a vibrant tapestry of creatures great and small. Each species, unique in its own right, shares a fundamental need to breathe. From the towering giraffe to the tiniest insect, life depends on the constant exchange of gases with the environment. This process, known as respiration, is essential for survival. It provides the vital oxygen that fuels our cells and removes carbon dioxide, a waste product of energy production. At the heart of this life-sustaining process lies the respiratory system, an intricate network of organs working in perfect harmony. Our journey begins with a single breath, a seemingly simple act that belies the complex mechanisms at play. As we inhale, air enters our bodies through the nose and mouth, embarking on a remarkable journey through a series of specialized structures. This is the story of our breath, a tale of intricate anatomy, ingenious mechanics, and the remarkable symphony of life that unfolds with every inhale and exhale. Our breath's journey begins in the nasal cavity and mouth, where air is warmed, moistened, and filtered before it descends further. The air then encounters the trachea, a sturdy yet flexible tube often referred to as the windpipe. Picture this conduit as a gateway, the first line of defense in our respiratory system. The trachea's robust structure, reinforced by C-shaped rings of cartilage, ensures that this airway remains open and unobstructed. These cartilaginous rings act as sentinels, preventing the trachea from collapsing and guaranteeing the smooth passage of air towards the lungs. Next, the air arrives at the larynx, a fascinating structure more commonly known as the voice box. As air passes through the larynx, it vibrates delicate folds of tissue called vocal cords, producing sound. The larynx, with its ingenious design, highlights the remarkable efficiency of our respiratory system. As the air progresses beyond the larynx, the trachea divides into two branches, much like a tree trunk splitting into its main boughs. These branches, known as the bronchi, mark the beginning of the intricate network of airways within our lungs. The left bronchus leads to the left lung, while the right bronchus leads to the right lung. The bronchi further subdivide into smaller branches called bronchioles. The lungs, two spongy cone-shaped organs, reside within the chest cavity, protected by the rib cage. These organs are the primary sites of gas exchange, where oxygen diffuses into the bloodstream and carbon dioxide is exhaled. The bronchioles end in tiny air sacs called alveoli, which cluster together like grapes on a vine. Imagine countless microscopic balloons, each thinner than a human hair, clustered together within the lungs. These are the alveoli, the minuscule heroes of our respiratory system. Their delicate walls, composed of a single layer of cells, facilitate the seamless exchange of gases between the air and our bloodstream. Surrounding each alveolus is a fine network of capillaries, the smallest blood vessels in our body. This close proximity between alveoli and capillaries is crucial, allowing for the efficient diffusion of gases across their thin membranes. Oxygen from the inhaled air readily dissolves into the moisture lining the alveoli and diffuses into the surrounding capillaries. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, travels in the opposite direction. This continuous two-way flow of gases ensures our cells receive a constant supply of oxygen and are not poisoned by the buildup of carbon dioxide. While the lungs provide the stage for gas exchange, it's the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle situated beneath the lungs, that orchestrates the rhythmic movements of breathing. Imagine this powerful muscle as a tireless pump, contracting and relaxing to drive air in and out of our lungs. The diaphragm separates the chest cavity, containing the lungs and heart, from the abdominal cavity below. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts, flattening downward and enlarging the chest cavity. This expansion creates a slight vacuum within the lungs, drawing air in like a bellows. Conversely, when we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes, returning to its dome shape and reducing the volume of the chest cavity. This compression gently forces air out of the lungs. The diaphragm's continuous, rhythmic contractions are the driving force behind our every breath. Inhalation, the drawing in of breath, is a beautifully coordinated process involving not just the diaphragm, but also the intercostal muscles nestled between the ribs. As the diaphragm contracts, pulling downward, the intercostal muscles also contract, lifting the rib cage upward and outward. This synchronized action expands the chest cavity in 3 dimensions, creating more space for the lungs to inflate. Imagine the ribcage as a flexible cage, expanding to accommodate the inflating lungs. This expansion lowers the air pressure within the lungs, creating a pressure gradient that draws air in from the atmosphere. Air rushes in through the nose and mouth, traveling down the trachea, through the bronchi, and finally reaching the alveoli, where the crucial exchange of gases takes place. Each breath we take is a testament to the elegant interplay between the diaphragm, intercostal muscles, and the flexible structure of our ribcage. It's a symphony of expansion, a harmonious collaboration that ensures our lungs are filled with life-giving air. Exhalation, the expulsion of air from the lungs, is largely a passive process driven by the elastic recoil of the lungs and the relaxation of the inspiratory muscles. As the diaphragm relaxes, it returns to its dome shape, while the intercostal muscles relax, allowing the ribcage to descend. This relaxation reduces the volume of the chest cavity, gently compressing the lungs. The elastic fibers within the lungs, stretched during inhalation, now recoil, further contributing to the expulsion of air. Imagine a balloon deflating, its elastic walls pushing the air out. The air, now rich in carbon dioxide from the gas exchange in the alveoli, travels back up the bronchi, through the trachea, and exits the body through the nose and mouth. Exhalation, though seemingly effortless, is a vital part of the breathing cycle. It ensures the removal of carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, preventing its buildup in the bloodstream. Breathing, though seemingly simple, is governed by the fundamental principles of physics, particularly the relationship between pressure and volume. This relationship, known as Boyle's law, states that the pressure of a gas is inversely proportional to the volume it occupies at a constant temperature. During inhalation, the contraction of the diaphragm and intercostal muscles increases the volume of the chest cavity. This increase in volume leads to a decrease in pressure within the lungs, creating a pressure gradient between the atmosphere and the lungs. Air, always moving from an area of high pressure to low pressure, rushes into the lungs to equalize the pressure. Conversely, during exhalation, the relaxation of these muscles decreases the volume of the chest cavity, increasing the pressure within the lungs. This higher pressure within the lungs forces air out into the atmosphere, where the pressure is lower. Breathing, at its core, is about facilitating the exchange of gases between our bodies and the environment. This exchange, crucial for life, occurs in 2 main stages: pulmonary respiration and cellular respiration. Pulmonary respiration, also known as external respiration, takes place in the lungs, specifically at the alveoli. Here, oxygen from the inhaled air diffuses across the thin alveolar membranes and into the surrounding capillaries, where it binds to hemoglobin in red blood cells for transport throughout the body. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide from the blood diffuses into the alveoli, ready to be exhaled. Cellular respiration, on the other hand, occurs within the cells of our body. It's here that oxygen is utilized to break down glucose, the body's primary energy source, releasing energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This intricate interplay between the respiratory and circulatory systems ensures a constant supply of oxygen to our cells and the removal of waste products. While the primary function of the respiratory system is to facilitate gas exchange, it plays several other crucial roles in maintaining our overall health and well-being. One such role is in vocalization, the production of sound, which is essential for communication. As air passes through the larynx, it vibrates the vocal cords, producing sound waves that are then shaped by the tongue, teeth, and lips into speech. The respiratory system also plays a vital role in our sense of smell. The olfactory receptors located in the upper nasal cavity detect odor molecules in the inhaled air, sending signals to the brain, which interprets them as different smells. Furthermore, the respiratory system acts as a defense mechanism, protecting our bodies from harmful foreign particles and pathogens. Our journey through the respiratory system, from the moment air enters our nostrils to the intricate exchange of gases at the alveoli, reveals a story of remarkable complexity and elegant design. It's a story of interconnectedness, where different organs and systems work in perfect harmony to sustain life. Every breath we take is a testament to the intricate workings of our bodies, a silent symphony of muscular contractions, pressure gradients, and gas diffusion. It's a process we often take for granted, yet one that is fundamental to our existence. Understanding the respiratory system, with its intricate anatomy and vital functions, fosters a deeper appreciation for the miracle of our own bodies. So the next time you take a deep breath, pause for a moment and reflect on the remarkable journey of air through your respiratory system, a journey that sustains life and connects us to the world around us.